Imagine consuming enough food in a single day to feed a small family. For the world's strongest men, this isn't an indulgence, it's a job requirement. To achieve unparalleled feats of strength, these athletes fuel their bodies with an extraordinary amount of sustenance, often reaching an astonishing 10,000 calories daily. This isn't just about eating big, it's a meticulously planned, punishing regimen that pushes the boundaries of human consumption. Welcome to the world where forks move faster than barbells, and every meal is a monumental challenge. Why such an astronomical caloric intake? The simple answer lies in the sheer metabolic demands of their sport. Strongmen aren't just big, they're moving incredibly heavy objects, often weighing hundreds of kilograms. This intense physical exertion, coupled with the need to maintain enormous muscle mass, burns an immense amount of energy. Their bodies are high-performance engines, constantly needing fuel to repair tissues, build new muscle, and power their next lift. Without this constant supply, their strength would diminish, and their progress would halt. Maintaining a body capable of moving vehicles or lifting gigantic stones requires an unparalleled foundation of muscle. Every training session breaks down muscle fibers, which then need to be rebuilt, stronger and larger, through adequate protein and energy. Strongmen's training sessions can last for hours, engaging every major muscle group, demanding relentless repair and growth. This isn't about looking good, it's about pure functional power, where muscle mass directly correlates to their ability to compete. The calories fuel not just performance, but the very architecture of their bodies. The day for a strongman begins not with a humble bowl of cereal, but with a breakfast designed to kickstart an entire day of extreme eating. Imagine 8 to 10 eggs, multiple sausages, bacon, often a hefty portion of oatmeal, and maybe even some steak. This single meal can easily exceed 2,000 calories. It's about front-loading their energy reserves, setting the tone for the caloric onslaught to follow. Skipping breakfast is simply not an option, it would be a critical failure in their nutritional strategy, jeopardizing their energy levels for the demanding training ahead. Just a few hours after that monumental breakfast, it's time for another substantial meal. Strongmen simply cannot wait until lunch. Their bodies are constantly burning through energy, and a significant gap between meals would lead to catabolism, the breakdown of muscle tissue for fuel. This mid-morning feast might include another protein shake, a large serving of rice and chicken, or a few more sandwiches. It's a strategic refueling stop, ensuring a steady stream of nutrients to keep their metabolism stoked and prevent any energy dips before their main training session. Lunch for a strongman often rivals what many people eat for an entire day. Picture a kilogram of meat, chicken, beef, or fish, alongside a mountain of carbohydrates like pasta, rice, or potatoes. Add in some vegetables, often cooked in butter for extra calories, and you have a meal that can easily pack 3,000 calories or more. This isn't dining, it's a dedicated fueling session, often eaten quickly and efficiently, knowing that another meal isn't far off. The sheer volume required is staggering, turning eating into a disciplined, almost uncomfortable task. Beyond the main meals, strongmen engage in constant grazing throughout the day. Protein shakes, energy bars, handfuls of nuts, and fruits become essential tools to bridge the gaps and ensure they consistently hit their caloric targets. These aren't casual snacks, they are calculated additions, often timed around training sessions to provide immediate fuel or aid in recovery. The goal is to never feel truly hungry, as hunger signals a caloric deficit. This constant intake turns eating from a simple pleasure into a relentless, scheduled process, demanding unwavering commitment. Dinner represents the final, crucial push to hit the daily caloric threshold. It often mirrors lunch in its volume and content, another large portion of protein, copious carbohydrates, and healthy fats. Many strongmen prioritize consuming a significant portion of their carbs in the evening to replenish glycogen stores for the next day's training. This late-night fuel is vital for overnight recovery and growth. The process is exhausting, transforming mealtime from a casual affair into a demanding chore, requiring discipline and a strong will to keep eating long after satiety is reached. Few strongmen exemplify this extreme dietary dedication quite like Eddie the Beast Hall. Known for being the first man to deadlift 500 kilograms, Hall's caloric intake peaked at an astounding 12,000 calories per day during his competitive prime. His diet was legendary, not just for its volume but for its specificity. It wasn't merely about eating anything, it was about consuming the right macronutrients in staggering quantities. His commitment to this nutritional regimen was as intense as his training, a testament to the fact that strength is forged in the kitchen as much as in the gym. Eddie Hall famously shared his pudding, a monstrous concoction designed to quickly pack in thousands of calories. This wasn't a dessert, it was a blend of protein powder, nuts, oats, honey, and often a substantial amount of ice cream or full-fat milk, totaling thousands of calories in a single, thick shake. These types of liquid meals are critical for strongmen because they allow for easier, faster consumption of calories without the same gastric distress that solid food might cause. It's a pragmatic solution to a constant challenge, getting enough fuel into their systems. While the physical demands of lifting are evident, the mental fortitude required for constant eating is often underestimated. Eating 10,000 calories a day stops being enjoyable very quickly. It becomes a chore, a relentless grind against satiety and occasional nausea. Strongmen describe forcing themselves to eat even when their bodies protest, understanding that missing a meal means compromising their performance. This discipline is a silent battle, fought several times a day, every day, showcasing a level of mental toughness that parallels their physical strength in the arena. It's not just about quantity, it's also about the right balance of macronutrients. Strongmen prioritize high protein intake for muscle repair and growth, often consuming 300 to 500 grams daily. Carbohydrates, essential for energy and glycogen replenishment, make up the bulk of their calories, often exceeding 1,000 grams. Healthy fats are also crucial, providing dense calories and supporting hormone production. This precise nutritional strategy ensures that every calorie contributes effectively to their strength goals, making their diets a complex scientific equation rather than mere gluttony. Ultimately, this extreme diet is the engine powering world-class strength. Without the consistent influx of calories, protein, and other nutrients, a strongman's body would simply break down. Every deadlift, every log press, every Atlas stone lift is directly supported by the energy stores built from their enormous meals. It allows them to push past limits, recover faster, and adapt to increasingly heavier weights. Their dietary discipline is not an accessory to their training, it is foundational, dictating how far their bodies can be pushed, and how much they can ultimately achieve. While effective for strength, such extreme eating takes a significant physical toll. The digestive system is constantly working overtime, leading to issues like bloating, discomfort, and acid reflux. The sheer volume of food can cause internal stress, and many strongmen require digestive aids. Moreover, maintaining such high body fat percentages, while necessary for leverage and insulation in certain lifts, carries long-term health risks like cardiovascular strain. It's a brutal trade-off, unparalleled strength now, potentially at the expense of long-term wellness. Beyond the physical and mental strain, there's a substantial financial cost. Feeding a body that requires 10,000 calories a day is incredibly expensive. A strongman's weekly grocery bill can easily run into hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. Bulk purchases of meat, rice, potatoes, and supplements quickly add up. For many aspiring strongmen, the cost of food alone can be a significant barrier, requiring sponsorships or a substantial personal investment to sustain their athletic careers. This isn't just a hobby, it's a colossal financial commitment. The logistics of preparing and consuming 10,000 calories daily is a full-time job in itself. Strongmen dedicate hours each week to meal prepping, cooking large batches of chicken, rice, and vegetables, portioning them out for convenience. This meticulous planning is essential to ensure they have access to their required meals, whether at home, at the gym, or traveling. Without efficient meal prep, hitting their targets would be nearly impossible, turning their kitchen into a nutritional laboratory and their schedule into a meticulously timed eating calendar. To truly grasp the scale of a strongman's diet, consider a direct comparison. An average adult male requires around 2,500 calories per day for basic maintenance. An elite endurance athlete, like a marathon runner, might push their intake to 4,000 to 6,000 calories during peak training. Strongmen, however, routinely dwarf these numbers, often doubling the intake of even other high-performance athletes. This stark contrast underscores the unique and unparalleled metabolic demands of their sport, making them true outliers in the world of elite athletics, requiring a unique nutritional paradigm. Once the intense competitive season concludes, strongmen typically reduce their caloric intake dramatically. The body cannot sustain 10,000 plus calories indefinitely without severe health consequences. This off-season allows their bodies to recover, their digestive systems to rest, and their overall health to be prioritized. While still eating substantially more than the average person, the psychological and physical relief from the relentless grind of extreme eating is immense. It marks a necessary period of rebalancing before the next cycle of intense training and caloric consumption begins. The insane 10,000-calorie diet of the world's strongest men is far more than just gluttony. It is a profound testament to human dedication and the lengths to which athletes will go to achieve greatness. It's a carefully calculated, often grueling, yet absolutely essential component of their craft. From the massive breakfast to the late-night protein shake, every bite serves a purpose, fueling unparalleled power. Their journey reveals the incredible capacity of the human body, but also the immense sacrifices, both physical and financial, required to stand at the pinnacle of strength.